So hello guys, ako nga pala ulit si Kuya Ethan and today um, it's also personal after my video nung mga nakaraan, no, yung nagbasa ako ng libro at as well as nagbigay ako ng sa grades ko in first year. And today here is the outline na magaganap, no, kung ano yung pag-uusapan natin. And here I want to show you yung magiging sistema ko ng the rest of the 2026. It's June. Technically, kalahati na ng taon. And it's not too late to try and become a better person. At the rest of the 2026, ito yung mga magiging plano ko. And it can be continued hanggang mag 2027 na. So, above all, in general, syempre, I want to become a better person, and these are the ways on how I would set up yung magiging sistema ko. So it's not just having a goal of becoming a better person, but also basically improve the many aspects sa buhay ko, no? Each aspect, like social, like personal, and we would develop ourselves holistically, like mind, body, and soul, with this kind of system. But most of all, yung pinaka nagbabother sa buong buhay ko, nagbabother sa akin right now is I want to really overcome different types of addictions, and I want to pass this first semester of second year medical school. Kasi papasok na ako second year, mas madugo siya sa first year. As in, sa foremost schools, ito yung pinakamadugo itong second year. And the rest would just di naman like di hindi important, but non-negotiable din sila katulad ng first two. But pinaka important, I'm giving more importance to the first two, yung matapos natin. So other than that, yung first two, yung music, I also want to continue building myself physically, no? Hindi lang, syempre, hindi lang natin strengthen yung mind, but also you have to strengthen our physical health so that we could function well day-to-day life, no? Pang supplement sa everyday life natin. As well as going to talk about little bit about money and social aspects sa buhay ko, as well as other habits that I would include in my everyday life, and pag-usap natin YouTube channel as well as our faith. So yung pinaka-target kasi natin dito is yung magulo, yung medyo messy yung yung magiging presentation, but I would try to explain it well or better. In here we have this, no, pinaka center, or like not very center, pero pinaka gusto kong malagpasan this year for at least 90 days, and continuing after those days, I want to overcome addictions such as pornography, social media, video games. So ito yung mga to, mahirap siyang i-overcome lahat ng ito, tatlong to, like head on these three. Like kung ipagsasabay mo silang i-overcome, may hirapan ka. Pero tinatry ko siyang i-overcome head on, like you're battling 3 wars at the same time. Nasabi nila one at a time, pero feel ko kaya naman kasi in this case, if I would delete social media, remove social media in my life, mas madaling i-overcome itong pornography and video games. And I would explain later why. So in overcoming addictions, you have different like sayings, like ito mo sa internet, like monk mode, cold turkey. Like ifo-force talaga natin discipline natin yung will natin in order to overcome this. Pero syempre, purely relying on discipline and willpower might backfire us. So syempre, hindi naman natin like directly lalabanan yung mga to without the help of other habits, with music, studying, and building our YouTube channel, idaan natin sa creative outlet. And kasi yung mga addictions na to, hindi sila basta-basta natatanggal lang. We have to replace them, kumbaga. We have to replace them with habits that have high friction, that are rewarding, pero mahirap silang parang kumbaga pinaghihirapan mo sila para ma-attain mo yung reward na yon sa sarili mo. So ano ba yung mga rewarding na to? Yung mga paggagawa ng music, yung mga hobbies mo na yun kasi yung mga bagay na to parang ginagawa mo sila ng isang activity na delayed gratification, kumbaga. They are used for delayed gratification. You're doing them right now. Mahirap siya yung umpisa, pero once na you get the hang of it, you learn the skill, you learn the talent or the habit, you will eventually reap the rewards. So, umpisa pa lang mahihirapan ka, and eventually, magiging masaya ka. It will be rewarding your part. Unlike here in the social media, like doom scrolling, I got addicted kasi. Doom scrolling, video games, napaka-rewarding niya sa umpisa. I wouldn't say sa anyone na they would feel good. Pero, napapansin mo, it's addictive kasi it really tries to, or rather, makes you stuck with it. Yung, hindi ka, nahirapan kang tanggalin siya. As in, every time na may gagawing activity, mapapatingin ka sa phone, mapapascroll ka. And, tatanggalin natin yung mindset na do everything in moderation. Kasi, if I would, for example, magset lang ako ng 15 minutes lang, nag-scroll lang ako sa TikTok, eventually, mawawala sa utak ko yun. I would just continue scrolling down until hindi ko na mamamalayan yung time. And hence, hindi ko na nabibigyan ng oras yung ibang bagay. Kasi if like, inupisahan ko yung mga araw ko na ginagawa yung mga bagay na to, mahihirapan na akong gawin yung ibang bagay. Kasi napakalaki ng hit nila ng dopamine sa utak ko. And dahil doon, mahihirapan na akong gawin yung ibang bagay kasi mahirap na silang gawin sa umpisa. Restart ko lang to. So, hello. Going back again, no? Sensya na. Yung pen ko kasi naglulus siya pag matagal kong ginagamit. And ayun, no? If we go into dive deeper with the dopamine stuff and chemical changes sa utak natin, sa next videos ko na lang pag-usapan. Pero, in here, sinasabi ko sa neuroscience natin or different studies, at least 90 days to even year or even years natin ma-rewire yung utak natin, may iba natin yung mga pathways natin, ma-recover yung utak para makapag-recover with this kind of addictions. Eventually, ma-realize natin na di naman mawawala talaga ng mga addictions na to. Kasi nga, it would take years. It would be hard. Pero, eventually nga, it would be more bearable and very beneficial in our end. Because if we go into overcome this, mababawas na yung distractions, it would save time. Highest trick ko is 90 days for all of this. Pinagsasabi ko kasi. So, bakit nga ba nakakabawas ng tendency of having consuming porn as well as video games if I will go into delete social media? Because in social media, if for example, YouTube, ganon, manonood ako ng YouTube, kita ko sa mga sa newsfeed ko or mga suggested videos ko yung mga naglalaro ng video games. Example, addicted ako sa World of Warcraft. I see people na nag-enjoy dito, nag-grind sila, they have a lot of gear, nag-grind sila, they have a lot of friends, and so on and so forth. Mapapalaro din ako. It has a psychological effect in my mind, as well as in every type of competitive games ba yan, Valorant, League of Legends, lahat nadaan ako na yan. And after kong maglaro for many hours, lagi lang ako nadidrain. Laging negative yung binibigay niya sa akin. And lalo na with the type of games na nilalaro ko, it's really bad for my mental health. Kaya nag-quit nga ako ng World of Warcraft sa isang video nakita nyo. And with the social media here, I'm going to delete everything. Pero I'm going to deactivate lang yung Facebook account ko kasi gumagamit pa ako ng Messenger para makapag-reach out to or makipag-communicate with other people. So, didelete ko yung Instagram, Reddit, TikTok. Hindi ko didelete yung YouTube kasi I would just leave it like, tatanggalin ko lang yung suggested videos. I will still use it for like listening to music para i-learn sila kasi nanggigitara ako. All sorts of instruments ginagawa ko. Kinakailangan ko yung YouTube. Kasi di naman ako gano'n sa Spotify. I don't use Spotify. Kailangan ayaw ng pen ko ulit. Yan na lang natin. And, deactivate ko nga sila. I-delete ko sila. Lalo na yung TikTok, Instagram. Kasi if, yung mga newsfeed ko sa For You page ko, ganun, eventually may kita ko talagang very arousing videos that would make you fall into this hole right here na pornography. And dahil doon, it's better to remove social media na kasi they can trigger your addictions for both of this. Looping system yan. And kapag na-overcome nga natin sila, what are the benefits? Of course, you will be happy towards small things. Pasin ko rin kasi na minsan I have really no motivation. Pinipilit ko na yung sarili ko everyday. And to fix like some of these problems right here, you have to be happy sa mga malaliit na bagay. And how would that happen? Tatanggalin ko lahat ng mga bagay na to. And kapag masaya ka sa mga maliliit na bagay, magiging madali na lang sa'yo gawin yung mga bagay na kinahihiligan mo, yung mga bagay na matagal mo na pinaplano gawin. So for me, my aspects sa social aspect ko para mas mapaganda buhay ko. Actually, di ko nalagyan ng arrow to papuntang pataas. Siyempre, ayoko naman i-isolate yung sarili ko, no? I would be enjoying my company with family and my true friends. And kahit even though busy ako sa medlife, hindi ko naman paabayaan yung mga kaibigan ko, hindi ko paabayaan yung mga family ko. I would still attend like gatherings, mga reunions, events, parties. I will make myself present. Yung iba kasi din na nila nagagawa yun. Nasisira na yung aspect ng being nila as a family relative or a friend, ganun. Kinakailangan natin to. Maraming studies na yung show na pag nagsasarili-sarili ka, it would negatively affect you in the long run. Even though introvert ka, it would still affect you. And me, ako personally, most of the time, gusto ko rin mapag-isa, pero once in a while, you have to let yourself like hindi naman wild, pero basta you know what I'm saying, no? Magpaka-social lang. Kung socialize ka with other people, just do it. And I would choose to be single pa rin. This like in a conflict between feeling may freedom ka or feeling lonely ka. People often confuse the two, pero I would say na it would be freedom for now. If may time na someone would come over and introduce herself to me, why not, 'di ba? Why not i-pursue yung relationship na yun or commit? Pero ngayon, I don't want to be chasing people, commit something like this kasi mahirap gawin to, ilaban tong tatlong to. Kaka-start ko lang and nahirap. Actually, matagal na start pero I always relapse. Nahihirapan akong magtuloy-tuloy. Kaya nga pinakamahaba ko 30 days. And I want to achieve yung 90 days kasi tinitingnan, gusto ko makita if dun ba talaga yung benefits. If wala man talaga and yung talagang bibigay sa'yo is discipline and yung utak brain power, ganon, it would be good. I just want to finally be consistent with with these things. And ayoko na mahaluan ng ibang bagay, no. Mahirap din kasing may pagrelasyon ngayon. And other than that, with the music and stuff, even though I said na I want to as much as possible socialize, even though musician ako, ilang years na kasi ako nagbabanda, like from first year college, mga 4 years na. Ngayon mag-ano muna ako, tawag dito, tone down a bit. Nagsasolo muna ako, di muna ako magbabanda. Kasi ang laki ng commitment sa isang band, as a leader, ganon, di muna ako. Kasi nakakapagod siya. Di na siya rewarding for me. And kitang-kita ko talaga na yung path ko talaga is being a solo musician, even though talagang mabanda ako. Though sa social naman, huwag sa natin kalimutan, like yung wag tawagin yung mama mo, ganun. Kasi tinatawag din ako ng grandmother ko. Kaya hindi ko masasacrifice yung social aspect ng buhay ko. I still have a lot of people I'm grateful for, and with the band, it is something na I have to give up. And as a social musician, halos lahat na instrument I play most of them, pero di ako nakapagkanta. Kaya in the future, I want to also learn how to sing and master each instrument. Hindi muna ako magko-cover. Tinry ko mag-cover. Tapos pinost ko sa TikTok. Ayun na naman yung loop na sinasabi ko. Mapapatingin ako sa mga views, sa mga nagla-like, sa mga nagko-comment. Tapos mag-scroll down ako, tapos titingnan ako na naman. Nakakasakit ng ulo. Nagkatagal kong nag-abstain from social media, tapos babalik lang ako. I'm going to try to record. Ang hirap din mag-record. Hindi na ako marunong mag-record, pero I know how to play. Hirap lang ako nagre-record. Hindi na ako sanay. And ang daming oras na nasasayang mo, as well as pera kapag nagbabanda ka. Minsan hindi worth it. Nagiging disappointment lang on the end. Siguro explain ko sa next videos yon. Pero di mo na rin ako magko-compose ng kanta. Kasi focus ako sa pag-learn ng instrument ko. No, wala mo nang record. Kasi nakakapiak din to, mapupunta rin ako sa social media, mauubusan ng oras ko, di na ako makapag-aral. And continue lang also with reading books. It is something na rewarding siya kapag like natapos mong basahin, you learn something. Kita nyo naman if papanoorin nyo yung last video ko na kung paano ko nag-analyze ng libro if may natutunan ba ako o wala. I made sure na meron akong natutunan, hindi lang ako nagbabasa. And if usapang money, I'm going to save money. Like there's an ongoing crisis right now. Crisis pa rin siya. It's better to save. Pero I'm saving then because I want to buy stethoscope kasi second year na rin ako. Ang daming kailangan bilhin for second year. As well as gusto kong bumili ng busking speaker. As a solo musician, in the future, gusto ko rin maging busker. Play lang ako ng gitara in the streets, magsasolo. And if ever gumaling ako kumanta, kakanta ako, di ba? pangarap ko yun. At least, di ba, di na ako, like, mga problema kung ano yung paano yung arrangement at sa band. Di ko natutulungan yung isang band member. Ma-focus ko yung sarili ko, kumbaga. And, I would save a lot of money if I would spend most of my time by myself muna. And, with that, I would also focus nga din in my study for second year sa medical school with the help din ng mga bagay na to sa maging habits ko. Intermittent fasting 12 o'clock, it would improve my discipline as well as yung decrease my brain fog. I would also do wall stares. Titingnan lang sa wall 5 minutes. It would reset yung like dopamine baseline ko para mas makapag-focus akong better sa sinastudy ko. And meditate siguro. Ito naman, I would make more importance sa intermittent fasting wall stare. Meditation kasi minsan nagiging chore na lang siya. Na-stress lang ako pag ginagawa ko minsan. Dapat kasi, di ba, tinatanggal nito yung stress mo. Pero minsan na-stress lang ako pag ginagawa ko to. Kaya optional lang tong meditation. Ayun sa books pa, nakalimutan ko. Mostly I would read fantasy books. I'm not really fan of self-improvement books that much. Kasi lagi lang, parang mostly alam ko na eh. Lagi naman ako nakapag search ng self-improvement videos sa YouTube. Kaya, I would rather read books mas na ito yung replacement ko sa video games. Like, pag you want to escape reality, want to have a fantasy world, I would choose this over video games. As well as, pray lang tayo lagi, pray to God. Amen. Enough na sa akin, para sa akin, enough na yun sa sign of the cross ka and become a better person. Ito, sa workout, no? Ayun, kita nyo rin, no? Loop siya. If you're going to be happy when it comes to the small things, you would eventually be able to easily do these things. Mga pangarap mo, gusto mong maging musician, gusto mong magbanda, gusto mong matutunan ng bagong bagay, gusto mong magkaroon ng great contribution to the society, it will benefit you that much, no, if you go into remove all of these things, these addictions. Maglo-loop din sila. Kasi rewarding nga sila. If you go into do them, mahirap siya sa umpisa, pero rewarding siya sa huli. Kaya magiglo-loop siya. And kapag masaya ka sa mga ganung bagay na to, it will have a less tendency for you to go back to these addictions. Kaya maganda yung sistemang to. Feedback sila, looping feedback, na you can follow with your life. When with the workout, kakapost ko lang ng YouTube last week ba yun? I don't know. Yung workout plan ko. I still continue it. Maiksi yung mga workouts ko nga kasi I put them in context kapag pupunta na ako pagpapasok na ako ng second year. Siksik yung oras namin and need namin mag-aral most of the time. And part ng study technique yon, kung paano mo ibabalance yung mga gusto mong gawin sa buhay and pati yung pag-aaral. I want to bulk, build muscle. Magbabulk ako in a simple way lang na hindi gaano expensive. Dahil Filipino tayo, high carbs, puro rice lang. Halos syempre may luto si mama ng manok, kanon, meat, pero main bulking ko para makatipid yung rice. Makakasave din tayo ang pera, di ba? And build YouTube channel, mostly focusing on self-improvement. And bala ko na rin weekly vlogs, do-document ko yung day-to-day happenings ko sa buhay pagdating ng second year. And dahil nagre-record ako ng mga ginaganap ko sa buhay, this is also a form of a journaling. Dahil nga, hindi ako makapag-post sa social media, post na lang ako sa pagsusulat or like sinustore ko yung mga pictures namin sa isang notes. Hindi ko mapapakita dito, pero parang ganyan siya. Pusa namin. Dami kong picture sa note taking app na to. And that's a form of journaling. And sa journaling ko kasi, yung way ko is listing down the things I am grateful for. Hindi ko masyadong take into deeper account yung mga bad experiences or negative feelings ko. Hindi ko sila sinusulat. Parang wala akong ganong time para magsulat doon. Sinusulat ko na lang yung mga bagay na grateful ako para ma-redirect yung negative thoughts ko sa ibang bagay. So, kunwari to June, naglagay ako ng table dito eh. Hindi ko, tinakpan ko siya gamit yung picture na pusa ako. Eto sila, you know. I'm grateful for, like kunwari, nagluto ng masarap na pagkain si mama. Nag-say hello yung dating kong kaibigan. Kita mo siya sa daan, ganon. May binigay sa yung kaibigan mo. Nakalaro mo yung kaibigan mo, in here and that, kasama mo sila mag-review. Sinusulat ko lahat sila. Hindi to, tinatrack ko yung mga like habits ko, like working out, nofap, meditation. Parang kita kung ano yung pwede mo pang i-improve sa buhay mo. Pati yung mga task sa baba. Mostly ganun lang. Simple lang naman journaling ko. Di ko na siya pinapa-complicate. Kasi nga, I mostly spend my time on other stuff. Wala na akong time dyan. And discuss ko rin briefly sa ibang video kung bakit nag-journal ako sa iPad instead na sa analog, no? For me, mas makatipid pag iPad. Journaling. Which contributes here. Save money. And then, going to be happy towards. Kasi kung, like, if magbibili ka pa na ibang bagay, hindi ka mag-save ng money, you know, parang hindi ka kontento nun. If you're going to like depend muna, syempre, depend muna sa mga bagay na nandyan na, kung ano na yung available, kung ano yung nandyan yun, pwede na yun, sapat na yun. It like teaches you to be content sa mga malilit na bagay. So hindi ko na pinapa-complicate. Siguro, this journaling right here would prevent me on scrolling through social media. And ayun, nakalimutan ko lagi dito. Pero, with the music and stuff, iwasan ko rin masyado yung pagbababad ng music. Kasi minsan, nalulunod tayo sa music, ganon. Di tayo makapagawa ng assignment kung di tayo nakikinig ng music. Iwasan ko yon. Distraction din kasi yun eh. Isipin mo muna yung music bago magagawa yung isang bagay. Mag-workout ka. Hindi ka makapag-workout kung hindi ka mag-music, diba? Kailangan focus ka sa mga bagay. And with that, matatanggal yung distractions sa buhay mo. Mas maraming kang time sa mga gusto mong gawin sa buhay. Mas aasenso ka. And I think that's it. Yun lang naman yung ko eh. Maging sistema ko, simple lang. Siguro, papaisip yung iba na, hindi ba to ulit-ulit, boring to. Syempre, kapag music, hindi ka naman magsustay lang sa isang part na tinutugtog mo, diba? Kung if hindi nag-work dito, try mo din sa social aspect. You talk to people, pag-socialize ka. Kita mo rin dito kasi eventually, once you remove this tree, mas na-appreciate mo yung mga bagay na nasa paligid mo. Kita mo yung sky, no? Ang init. Na-appreciate mo siya. Hindi ka lang nakagulo sa phone. And I think that's all. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.